All right, guys, just a quick off-the-cuff video. I'm sure many people have seen the super mega viral Elon Musk clip with the BBC journalist, and it's just so shocking that there is still this narrative. The BBC guy comes into the interview saying there's been a rise in hate speech on Twitter, when in reality, if you guys actually go all the way back to when Elon first took over, a lot of the quote-unquote rise in hate speech were bots that were spamming the N-word, creating an artificial rise to try and point Twitter. It's like, oh, Twitter's racist now that Musk took over. No, you just manipulated it. You bought a bunch of bots and you had them spam the N-word, and there were actually screenshots of like hundreds of tweets per minute just spamming the N-word. It's crazy. But getting back to this whole BBC thing, how is this still even a talking point for any normal person? This dude comes on and he basically says, you know, it's Twitter's job to police misinformation. And then, of course, Elon Musk responds and says, what is misinformation? Who gets to be the judge, jury, and decide who I should ban because of quote-unquote misinformation? And then the BBC little boy says, oh, that's up for you to decide. So it's clear these people were totally fine with Twitter. Think about this for a second. Twitter during the 2020 election, go back to 2018, the midterms. There was a report that Twitter, 99% of Twitter employees donated to Democrat campaigns back in 2018. And this loon who's interviewing Elon Musk wants us to believe that Twitter is going to be non-biased in how they police misinformation. And then, of course, you take a look at how Twitter handled the completely fake 2016 Russian hoax, where you had all these Democrats claiming that, oh my God, there's no way Hillary lost. Russia had to have stolen the election. And then in 2020, Trump does the same thing, and all these Trump supporters. But no, the Trump supporters get banned. If you claim there's voter fraud, it's horrible. You're basically a traitor to America. You know, it's the whole thing where it's threatening democracy. We get all those narratives. But when you did it in 2016 with zero proof of anything, you're not getting banned. Nothing happens. That's where it's so bad with Twitter. And that's why with the Twitter files, what I would like to see is, if you actually look at like the accounts, what is the percent of conservative accounts that got banned versus the non-conservative, versus like the Democrat accounts. That's what I would like to see personally. But Musk just goes, it's a total takedown. And the thing is, it's not even anyone could take this dude down. He is literally arguing for censorship on the internet. He says, you know, you need to police hate speech and things like that. And then, so this is my theory on what's been going on with the For You page, because there was a conversation about this dude saying, my For You page has gotten more racist or more evil or more bad. And let me tell you, the dude on the right, in a sense, is correct. What Twitter did is they stopped pretty much all censorship, all forms of it, so you get a lot more graphic videos and a lot more of an idea of what's really happening. And I'm not going to get too much into it here, but it does, you know, the guy did not want to talk about what it was. Elon Musk said, why don't you name an example of Twitter on the For You page becoming more racist or more sexist or more bad? And I think what the dude wanted to say is, there's a lot more videos of something that's going on in this country, but he didn't say it because he thinks he would be racist for saying it. But no, that's just real. That's really what's happening. We can't talk about it, of course. And I think, guys, it's just a complete joke. It's a total takedown of BBC. Unfortunately, I can't play it. YouTube is so stupid. I've had a copyright strike for I don't know how long. Literally, I've had a copyright strike, a warning on my channel for 2 years now. a copyright warning for 2 years. So, AKA, if I get another copyright strike, I will not be able to upload for 7 days. It's totally ridiculous. If you've seen any of my videos, I never react to content. Everything's organic. Everything's made basically from scratch, and they still have the warning up. Why is it a warning if it's been 2 years? It's not a warning anymore. It's just become part of my channel. It's like I always have the warning. But yeah, I don't understand how this is still even a thing to where you still have these people, and it's like we go round and round in the merry-go-round. You know, we need to police, guys, remember what no one remembers this, but I told people, listen, they're going to weaponize the words misinformation and disinformation and use them against you, and that's exactly what they did. Anything that they didn't like, the Hunter Biden thing being the most obvious, they're going to go ahead and do what they do, and the misinformation, the disinformation, and possibly, really, unfortunately, it's kind of ironic. They say that Trump is a threat to democracy when they're I don't want to say they're rigging elections, but I will say they are manipulating elections. You banned the big October surprise, the Hunter Biden story. You didn't know it was misinformation, but it was bad news for Biden. You didn't want Trump to get reelected, so you know what? Let's just go ahead and say it's misinformation. What's the worst that can happen? And then here's the other big, absolutely huge, mega talking point that no one's going to talk about, and this is the real reason that a lot of these people hate Elon Musk and hate all billionaires. And it's another ironic thing. They hate Elon Musk. It's because of the power that money brings. It's not necessarily the money. See, if Elon Musk was worth $1 billion, but that money didn't bring him any power in the form of politics or anything like that, they wouldn't care at all. The reason they hate Elon Musk is because he did what he did with Twitter. Go back to 2020. The left has full control of Twitter. There's people are getting banned left and right. It's totally ridiculous. They unveiled the records. The employees of Twitter in 2020 donated like 98% left wing. It's just a complete joke. Elon Musk takes over, basically the only person in the world that can say, hey, and listen, they're going to try and twist it and say he bought Twitter for this, or he's censoring people now and he's doing all this. But no, Elon Musk looked at Twitter. He said, yeah, this is ridiculous. It is completely a censorship. It's completely biased towards one side. So you know what? For $44 billion, I'm going to buy it. And that's why they hate billionaires. They don't want anyone to be able to do that. And imagine if Elon Musk, and I'm not trying to suck Elon Musk's dick, I'm just saying this is pretty crazy that this happened, and it's just so disingenuous. It really is. And now they all hate Elon Musk. He's the next Hitler. Ron DeSantis is after him. I'm sure I've already seen Democrats say, no, Ron DeSantis is actually worse than Trump somehow. So they're trying to swing that. They just keep digging themselves a deeper and deeper hole. And I'm not even coming out against Trump. I was one of the first people that liked Trump back in 2015. And I watched Trump in an interview with Fox and Tucker Carlson. I'll tell you, Trump does not age. I got to give Trump credit for that. He looked really good in an interview. The Afghanistan mess, talking about it. And what just a disgusting job it was by Biden and that administration. Of course, Biden's actually not doing anything. Basically, what happens with Biden, he's got people that say, hey, president, we think it'd be a really good idea if we did X, Y, and Z. And then he says, okay, go ahead, I need my next all-timer pill. That's basically how that works. But guys, this is crazy. It's 10.6 million views. And the thing is, it's not surprising, but why is BBC having reporters question Elon Musk about misinformation? So that it's like the reporter asks Elon Musk, don't you think you should police misinformation better? And then Elon Musk says, what's misinformation? How do we define that? And then he says, you define it. So Elon Musk and Twitter get all the power to define what misinformation is. Don't you think that's a little ridiculous? So the logic collapses on itself. And you want to get, like, it's like Elon Musk is saying, no, I don't want all this power. That's why I bought the damn thing. So, it is pretty crazy. You can see, I'm not going to play this. I'm sure BBC will be on my ass for doing whatever they want. I mean, it's just auto playing. I got to get off of this. How do you, I said BBC could come to Twitter. Then to my surprise, a reporter shows up. Yeah, you know what, Elon? It really doesn't surprise me. BBC and a lot of these news, they need anything to get clicks, anything to get trending, they're going to do. So it really doesn't surprise me. But yeah, just remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. So that is that situation. I just wanted to talk about it. And it's not even like I'm being biased. I mean, this is legitimately happening. It is like, this is what's happening. You had the left who was just completely bully pulpiting on all social media. That is like, there's no way you can sit there and argue that Twitter was not biased during the 2020 election. There is zero way. Zero. Like, this is not, it's not like I'm making this up. This is just what happened. Twitter was biased. Elon Musk takes it over. Now you throw a hissy fit that Elon Musk is not doing stuff about misinformation, which is just, I think we should stop using the words misinformation and disinformation because they're being weaponized against free speech. That's what I think. And these people still don't get it in their head that free speech is important. It is the number one thing to worry about, especially on social media. And then, you know, obviously I don't want to get into the whole sham January 6th committee where, oh my God, you want to talk about a joke. So here's the thing with the January 6th committee. I got to try and find where it doesn't autoplay. I don't want this to get caught up. I need it not autoplaying. The craziest thing with the January 6th committee, can we not get this to autoplay, man? I got to get something, go on something. I'm going to go to this. Just get the autoplay off. Now we got this to autoplay. All right, we got an Orioles update. All right, this is the craziest thing about January 6th. The head police chief, because remember, January 6th, it was remarkable how bad the security was at the Capitol. Remarkable. How does something like that happen with 500 people breaking into the Capitol, being let in? What's going on there? You'd think the January 6th committee, they're on the case, right? They're doing an investigation. They've got the lead police officer who was at January 6th. He says to Tucker Carlson, listen, they didn't even call me. The January 6th committee, they did not care about police response. They did not care about investigation. It was a complete witch hunt against Trump. And you know what? All those people in the January 6th committee, they should be in prison. That is completely weaponizing, you know, just power. And then how about the January 6th committee being on at like 8 o'clock prime time so everyone can see it like it's this prime time show? You want to talk about disgusting charade? Oh my God, what is going on in our country? You're not even gonna have a real investigation. It's just a witch hunt against Trump. And I said I think DeSantis, he's the guy, he'll win. But I have to defend Trump against something like that because that is ridiculous. But guys, that is the update on the Elon Musk situation. It is pretty crazy. You know, that is just, it's not surprising, and I don't know why, at what point does it get into their head, buddy, when you, like, what is misinformation, what is disinformation, and then, you know what if you put that dude up to a lie detector, his response is basically anything I don't like, that's misinformation. Duh! So that's why we can't do that. That's why we cannot ban misinformation, because we all have different interpretations of misinformation. We all have political biases. And listen, this guy's just asking questions. It's really just the overall rhetoric of it. How do you not censor misinformation? Well, dude, it's kind of slippery. You know, like yes, there's a lot of stuff I don't like. You can't just censor it all because you don't like it. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.